Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It is Saturday, the 19th of July. July 19th? Sheesh. Where's the time going? I don't know. It's just whizzing by. Just whizzing by. And the stargates, the alignment this month is absolutely out of this world. So welcome. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Saturday's Psychic Night. Saturdays, what is it? Psychic Saturday Night Live is what we call it. Oh, geez Louise. All right, so we're doing really good. We were having some fun today. This week's been really intense, so we're talking about that because I need to let everybody know it's okay what's going on. There's a lot of stuff happening for people. The planets are doing some kooky things. Here's my cheat sheet. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, a lot of retrogrades going on. So yes, welcome. We're going to let the algorithm do its thing. And yeah, it's all good. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of healing going on for people again. Or still, I guess I should say. And so, yeah, it's an exciting time. It's always an exciting time. There's really never a dull moment, is there? In any of these moments that we are living here on this plane right now. Okay, so again, July 19th. I had a wonderful day today. It was such a wonderful time. I got to go to the powwow in Scugog First Nation, Port Perry powwow. I just love the powwows. I do. I only actually ever been to the Scugog one, but I love it, and I go as often as I can every year. A couple of years it wasn't actually running because of certain circumstances, of course, but now that it's back, I'm just like loving it. And I went with a very dear friend of mine today who I hadn't been with in many years, actually, probably since about pre-COVID, since that is actually a term that people understand now. Hey. So yeah, it was really, really nice. Warm, very warm day today. Beautiful breeze blowing through though, and the sun was shining bright. I posted some pictures this morning of the sunrise, which was absolutely spectacular today, as is almost every single day that I catch it. Yeah, I'm all about the sunrise right now. You'll find that I post either sunrises or sunsets when I get in the mood, and I just watch for them. I'm there. I connect with them, align with them, whatever. So yeah, it was a good day today. It was a really good day today. And the powwow was wonderful. It was, you know what? Very connected to the native traditions, very connected to the native ways, very connected to the native people, and the Anishinaabe and the wonderful indigenous folk are so near and dear to my heart. Absolutely. So I go and I love to just be in the energy and be connecting with them in whatever, fashion that takes. So yeah, it was a good day for the powwow today. And I know there's other powwows happening today, actually. I think in Blind River they're having powwow today. And other powwows are, all over the place right now. It is powwow season. It truly is powwow season. So yeah, if you get a chance to go to a powwow, I highly recommend it. Especially if you connect with the indigenous ways. Absolutely go, because your heart will be so full when you leave. It's wonderful. And yeah, it's wonderful to watch the dancers. They put so much effort and so much time into these beautiful regalia that they wear, these beautiful costumes, these wonderful outfits that they put together. Just the most incredible things. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, I'm just talking about my powwow experience today, which was wonderful. And so I do highly recommend that to people. But the planets are doing some funky things. We've had some retrogrades action going on. Of course, last week Saturn went retrograde, and prior to that, of course, we've had Neptune and Pluto. These three planets in and of themselves, Mercury just went Friday, by the way. But those planets, Mercury aside, Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto, those three planets are causing an incredible amount of turbulence is probably the best word to use. They're bringing stuff up. You add Saturn to the mix of any kind of retrograde experience, and stuff's going to come down. just explode in some cases. So there's some really interesting things happening because of these energies and the alignments that they're, sort of working with, is what we'll say. So my little cheat sheet here, I got from Dan Mischuk. He's an awesome astrologer. And I love this because I don't know a lot about astrology. I don't have the patience to learn. I just do have too many things on the go to have the patience to learn. So I learn the basics of it. I get to know what I need to know about it. And that's what I share with people. And so I will tell you quickly about those 3 planets that I was speaking about. So Pluto, if you're dealing with past life stuff, subconscious stuff, karma, trauma, stuff like that, Pluto's your dude. Pluto is the one. Pluto packs a major punch, an absolute major punch. So, just know that even though it's really, really tiny and it was out there and for a little while, it didn't even have a planetary status. I think they demoted it to some, I don't even know what it was. But anyway, they gave it back its planetary status because everybody was like, hey, Pluto matters. And Pluto does matter, by the way, and it kicks us big time when it's in retrograde positions. So what happens is we get a lot of surfacing of past life stuff, trauma, subconscious stuff, karmic stuff, all kinds of different things of that nature. Because as far as I'm concerned, from what I can gather, or what I have gathered over the many, many years I've watched the energy flow, Pluto seems to hold the Akashic records in a way. It kind of keeps, it's kind of got the thread, the one thread that really kind of holds all of that stuff together for whatever reason. It's been my experience. I've noticed it. So Pluto packs a punch. Don't think for a minute just because it's small, it doesn't. It does. So Pluto, past life challenges, subconscious blocks, right? And all kinds of karmic stuff that you need to deal with. Now, Saturn is the disciplinarian. So if you're dealing with a lot of lessons, things that seem to be coming up at you and, triggering you and doing all of that stuff, that's Saturn. That happened last Saturday. And Friday, just Friday, yesterday, Mercury went retrograde. And again, we're going to talk about that in a second. But before then, we want to talk about the other that is in retrograde, and that is Neptune. So Neptune is about illusion, delusion, spirituality, and creativity. And when it's in a retrograde position, it appears to be moving backwards, but it's really not. So what's happening is there's this kind of an agitation to the energies, this sort of, again, turbulence, right? This shaking stuff up. I always refer to it like when, energetically speaking, my experience, when planets are in retrograde, it's kind of like the agitation cycle in the washing machine. Stuff is coming to the surface. It's being shook up and separated, sorted through. It's coming to the surface to be sorted out and skimmed off. And it's necessary. It's stuff that you don't need anymore. It's got to come out, and it's got to come up, and it's got to go out, like get lost. So all of that stuff is really important. So the retrogrades come in to offer us these opportunities to really see what's here, to look at all of the things, the qualities, the traits, the characteristics, and whatever else comes with each and every planet's planetary experience. So Neptune is about illusion, delusion, spirituality, and creativity. So think about that. Right now we're being bombarded with distractions. Like, look around. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I'm not going to talk about it because this whole video stuff here is about entertainment stuff only. But I can tell you there's a lot of really important stuff playing out in the universe right now around the globe. Okay. And I don't know if y'all are if everybody has noticed this or not, but there are some interesting videos coming out of Yellowstone National Park. Now, around the world, around the globe right now, there's a lot of tectonic experiences happening, solar flashes hitting the planet, pulses that are just rippling through everybody, and volcanoes are being activated in big ways all around the globe. Like, I don't even remember how many I saw. Like 10 or 12 have actually erupted in the last 2 weeks, something like that. Well, I can tell you, I've seen some really interesting videos, 4 to begin with. And there's many more that I have. I've just got them on, like, I'll watch them after. Of Yellowstone. The animals are leaving Yellowstone. Like, all the animals are leaving Yellowstone. And you got to pay attention when the animals leave. Some stuff's going to go on. Something's happening. I don't know what's going down, but something's happening. And they don't know, but they got to get out. They might not know what's going on, but they just know they've got to get out. And they do. And they're leaving in droves. This is the interesting thing. The videos that I've seen, and 4, again, specifically 4. I've seen videos of bears, like all kinds of bears, just like leaving Yellowstone. What was the other one? Mountain lions leaving, just like coming down the highways. People are videoing these animals, and there's like 5, 6, 10. You don't see them like that. What's going on? Elk is another one, just out there, and buffalo was the other one. They're just all leaving. This is a mass exodus of Yellowstone National Park. I would not doubt if, something's going on, and seismically they're sensing it and they're like out of there. Because generally when there's like forest fires and stuff like that, the animals know, they sense it. They know what's going down in the natural rhythms, and there's a disturbance in the forest and they're out, and you'll see them leaving. Birds will fly, and actually like flocks of birds will leave areas because they know something's coming. We've lost that in our connection. We used to be that in tune with nature, but we have lost it because we've been so disconnected because of all the things that we deal with. Anyway, so something's going on. Something big's happening on the planet right now with the planet. And there's been some evidence of it in the Schumann. I haven't seen any huge, reports on my feed anyway that I've noticed. But I can tell you there's been some really interesting shifts going on. Timeline shifts that have happened for people, and just alteration shifts that I would call. So these are like, how do I explain that, Merlin? Alteration shifts would be like the corrected version. That's the best way to put that. The corrected version. So you kind of like feel like things are different, and it's actually like you're recognizing that, yes, things are different, that the work that I've done, or the work that I was asking for, the prayers that I said, whatever they were, is actually come to fruition. Like it's working itself out. So yeah, here we are. Really exciting times. And Mercury. So let's talk about Mercury a little bit, because Mercury went retrograde yesterday. You've got about 3 weeks. This happens 2 or 3 times a year. You've got 3 weeks of discombobulation energetically. Okay. Do not sign contracts. Don't enter into a lot of formal documentation stuff that needs to be really, really clear and precise, because Mercury coming along in a retrograde position offers us the opportunity to review things. So you don't want to get locked into anything that you might need to review, that you might need to, again, reconsider for yourself and look at, because something might be revealed. Something might be reset even. You never know. So Mercury is like, when all the planets go into retrograde positions, by the way, like there's a benefit to us. There is truly a benefit. Now, for many, many years, I used to say that stuff doesn't matter to you if you don't want it to, or if you're not really paying attention or whatever, it doesn't have to affect you. But I have since changed my tune on that, because I can tell you that the planets are there for a reason. They do impact us in ways that are necessary. And as with everything that we are experiencing here, it all matters. It all matters. Everything counts, so to speak. So that being said, again, 3 weeks worth of, Mercury stuff. Now, again, communication issues, you're going to find that there are troubles with communication with people. Anything to do with Mercury too, by the way. So if you have Mercury fillings in your mouth, you might end up with toothaches. That kind of stuff happens with people. Mercury is also found in the brakes of vehicles. So your brakes might have issues, or you might notice that your ABS light comes on, or stuff like that. It's Mercury. That's what it does. It's all about connection, communication, and making sure that signals make their way through, right? Like there's this alignment that comes through. Anyway, all of that is really important for all of us, because we're living in it. It's like being in a concert, not trying not to listen to the music that's being played, and yet it's all around you, and it's impacting you, it's influencing you. So we're going to do our normal mind, body, and spirit cards tonight. And then we're going to do the brick, because we always do the brick. But tonight, because I was in the space and the wonderful energy of it, and just because they are so near and dear to my heart, we're going to do a medicine card tonight. We're going to pull a medicine card, and we're going to see what animal speaks to us, because I can tell you, they are truly speaking to me a lot lately. I did make a post a couple of weeks back, maybe a week or so ago, that, I shared all the pictures of things that I had wonderful encounters with. Everything from the fox in my backyard who scooped himself a squirrel, to the swans in my backyard, to the eagle I saw in May. That was a beautiful experience that a bunch of us had together. The heron, all of these wonderful things. it's nonstop. Like every time I turn around, there's something new. So last night I'm traveling along the highway and my husband and I coming along this one stretch of road and he goes, look, and I'm looking and there's a beautiful doe. She's walking through this cornfield and you don't always get to see that stuff. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, hey, no, actually it couldn't have been that. That was probably 8 o'clock, excuse me. But anyway, the fact was there she was all by herself walking through the cornfield. And it was just at that very moment that we were traveling along the highway, happened to see her. That doesn't always happen. Those are messages. So tread lightly, all about family and tradition, which, we just had a passing in our family. So that meant something to me at that time about that, in that way. But also then this morning I'm sitting there and boom, right over my head flies this pileated woodpecker. And I was sitting with my husband this morning and he's like, hey, what's that? And I was like, it just landed right there in the tree behind me. And I wasn't quick enough on the phone this morning because I wasn't quite ready for it. But there it were right behind me. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And pileated woodpeckers are, those are the red cap pileated woodpeckers, like the woody woodpeckers. And, they have a meaning. They have a property about them. There's a medicine that they carry that mattered to me in the moment that I saw it. So, yeah, like just pay attention, people, because spirit is speaking to us all the time in any way that you're open to receive the messages. So if that's animals, if that's wildlife or whatever it might be for you, then watch. Actually, 3 mornings ago, I was sitting outside my office here and, once again, this bird just flies right over my head and into the tree in front of me. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, it was this little tiny hawk. I don't know what kind of hawk it was, maybe a red shoulder or something. I don't know. But it was right there in front of me. And I wasn't, again, quick enough on the phone because it was in my office and I was not. And off it flew. It's okay. The memory's here. The thoughts were there. The message came loud and clear. It was beautiful. So let spirit speak to you. Be open to what you see. Again, like I've said many times, sometimes a bird is just a bird, but thinking about, taking into consideration what you're thinking about at the moment or what you're talking about at the moment or what you're feeling in the moment definitely matters because that's when they're spirits. That's when spirit's talking to you. It's responding to you. And they're not just birds. They're not just sightings. They're not just, oh, it's just that. No. So yeah, medicine cards. We're going to do those tonight. All right, so let's have a boo. Oh, a little housekeeping. Yeah, I should do that. Okay, so we have 3 programs on for $197. You can buy all 12 meditations that come with each program for that $197, which is an incredible deal, by the way. These are all amazing programs. The Cosmic Connections will connect you to your soul family, star nations, and all kinds of wonderful galactic experiences, secret societies in the ethers, ethereal societies and whatnot, spiritual societies, I should say. And then there's the I Am That I Am Journey Home Experience, which will help you align with the 12 attributes and responsibilities of living in accordance with divine will. Pretty important for this time. And the third one is Soul Alchemy. This is going to take you into ethers like you've never been into before. Like this takes you into the etheric retreats. This connects you to the Elohim and takes you up into the rays where they govern those areas. And then a lot of people don't know about this stuff, but it's very, very cool and it's very interesting and it's very enlightening in all ways. All 3 programs are really enlightening rather. So like I said, $197, you can't beat that for all 12 meditations for each one. And if you want calls, the 12 calls that generally accompany each program is a 30-minute call with me weekly to tap into whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, whatever you're learning about, whatever you're enlightening through, all of those things. That's on for $777 right now, which is, again, an amazing deal. It's like $50 off or something like that, but you figure it's every single week, a half hour on the phone with me to talk about whatever you need to talk about. Doesn't matter what it is. You get half an hour with me. So check that out too. And again, the Live Free. I'm getting ready to launch this. I'm telling you, people, this is going to be something that you have never seen before. It's phenomenal. This is really the way to truly free yourself from the slavery that we have been subjected to. And most people don't even realize is happening to them. So check that out as well. And last but not least, we are going to take a night off tonight for the Connecting the Dots series. Before we start the C's, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with the C's. So we're just going to take a little break, ease into that one real slow because It's a loaded number. It's a loaded letter, rather. It's a loaded letter. And yeah, there's like so much we're going to talk about and cover. And we're going to move into longer episodes too. So just so you know. All right, let's have a boo. As we cut the deck, we have the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. The Wands are all about your glory, your happiness, your passions, the things that we do for those purposes, you know, to serve our glory and our passion and our wonderful things that we're missions that we're here for. And everybody is here on a mission, by the way. Everybody is here on a mission. And you just got to feel it out for yourself, what that looks like for you. So as I cut the cards one more time, what do we have? King of Wands again, but this time with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a major card, by the way, in the major tarot, in the major arcana in the tarot. It's about huge lessons, like big soul stuff, like really, really deep stuff. The suit cards and the face cards are typically about the day-to-day stuff, right? The stuff that you deal with on trials and tribulations of daily life kind of deal. These ones here, these are the soul exams. That's what I've called them for years now. These are the ones that are like really testing your growth, really testing your evolution for your soul as well. So the Wheel of Fortune is about patterns and cycles and all those kinds of things. So we're going to shuffle one more time because Merlin says one more and then we're good to go. Let's pull the mind, body, and spirit. As we shuffle and spread the cards. What do we get? That one. Mind. Body. Which one, Merlin? Top one. Top one. All right. We're going to go with that. Here we go. Mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so now, like I said, people have been doing a lot of work lately. And a lot of things are coming to the surface for people. And some of it hasn't been very good. And there has been a lot of transitioning. And I don't necessarily mean in the way that people are accustomed to hearing about it nowadays. We're talking about moving from one world to another, spiritually, you know. And so there's been a lot of passings over the last few weeks for people. That does happen often in and around this time, mostly because of the solstices and, of course, moving into, you know, the Lionsgate Ascension energies. Like, those alignments are very helpful. This is the only word I'm going to come up with here. Helpful in our ascension process. And so people who pass at this time, they're lining themselves up. And there's a lot of people that try to do that because, let's face it, you might as well go when it's good to go, right? Like when everything is pointing at all systems go. Yeah, so that talks about where we are right now in the mind space, the mind, body, and spirit, the Three of Swords. This card keeps coming up for a lot of people lately. And a lot of people, I'm talking about a lot of people. So this is about heartbreak. It's about recognizing here in the mind what's hurting in the heart, where you are, you know, what kinds of things you need to let go of, what kinds of things you need to heal, what kinds of things you need to acknowledge and pay attention to. This card is not a bad card. It just helps you come to an awareness of, what do I feel right now? And what am I acknowledging in the pain? Where you know, where am I recognizing what's not feeling good for me? What's not feeling good for me? Georgie left the door open, so forgive the sounds behind us. But anyway, this card, again, in the mind. Because we've had a lot of stuff going on in our heads, it's okay. Just know that this is something you're going to move through, and it's only something that well, if we want to focus on it, it'll stay there. If we don't want to focus on it, we can move through it, and we can move faster through it if we just recognize that things happen. Life happens, and it's not always pleasant. And you just got to sometimes accept it and move on. We don't always get the chance to smooth things out for ourselves. And a lot of people feel the heartbreak, and they feel the pain, and they feel that, you know, here is just not good. But that's okay. It's okay. Because again, these are moments, right? We are energy. We're moving in waves. And we've had a really good run for a few weeks now where things have been really, really good. We've been up. We've been victorious in our thoughts and overcoming a lot of those harshness. But people are dealing with stuff. And let's face it, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, like I said. And all of that is contributing to the energetic experience that we're all having. So those of us who are really sensitive to the energies, especially those things that are kind of in the collective, just know some of that's yours, some of it's not, but whatever it is, just allow yourself to feel it, acknowledge it, and let it go. Let it go. You don't have to hold on to it. So in the body space, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands comes in to say, you know what, you have a place of authority where you have the control and the command about those thoughts. Remember, you have done a lot of work on that stuff over the last few weeks, the last few months anyway. And in the place of command and authority that we hold for ourselves, recognizing the mission we're on, and that these thoughts can't take us down if we don't let them, right? If we don't let them, the pain doesn't need to take us down or stop us or paralyze us or any of that stuff. If we don't let it, we in turn can be very strong and very much in our sovereignty, in our awareness of the passion that we hold for the mission we are on. Okay, so be in this space of beautiful, grounded, energies right now. Getting called out here. And just know that you have already succeeded. You have already achieved what it is you've set out to achieve. You've already done that in a physical way. Any thoughts that might come through, any energies you might be feeling right now, like I said, some of them are yours, some of them aren't, but whatever does come along, it's passing, it's temporary, and you just have to recognize it, acknowledge it, and let it go. Just keep it going. Because Spirit's going to come in and help you do that, right? And what do they help you do? They help you let go. They help you recognize what's not yours, what is not yours to hold on to, what you don't have to recognize as a defeating moment, okay, you can actually realize is more or less, okay, so now I see all the stuff that doesn't work for me. Spirit's going to help you see all the stuff that's not working out, all the stuff that caused the pain, that's put you in the place of, whatever, and allow you, right, going to push you, but allow you really to be in a place of recognizing that, okay, I see all the stuff that doesn't work for me. What does? I'm open to to really see for myself, to really be relieved in my stress, my struggle, by letting myself be open to see what does work for me. Because I got all the stuff that doesn't work already under wraps. I've already been there, done that. And yeah, I see. Spirit's going to help us. Okay. Spirit is going to come in and offer you this perspective of, it's okay. Just because stuff doesn't always work out in this way doesn't mean that there isn't stuff that will work out in this way. There's a polarity playing out. There's always going to be an opposite. So if it's not working out here, trust me, just look the other way. You'll find something that will work, right? And just be open to it, and Spirit will bring it to you. Defeat is not a permanent place. Defeat in this card, which most readers will call this the Five of Swords, a defeat card, is really an empowering card. It just shows you, okay, recognize what you didn't, what you didn't find success with, and move into what could very well bring you success. What that does look like. Yeah. We're not defeated. Not by any means. We have these moments. We're going to have these fluctuations. We do that. We are energy. You can't flatline all the time, and you can't peak all the time. We are energy waves. We're going to do that. You're going to have things that conditionally might influence you. Might. Not always do, but might. So it's okay. Move with it. Don't beat yourself up about it. What was the meme? I just saw this really cool meme the other day. What was it? It said something about beating yourself up about a mistake that you've made is like yelling at yourself for being scared. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to soothe yourself by screaming at yourself. It's kind of not working. It doesn't work. So there we are. Okay. So the mind space says, don't worry about the thoughts. Don't worry about what you're feeling. It's okay. Recognize that things aren't always going to feel good. There's going to be some heartbreak that you're going to have to go through. There's going to be some stuff that you're going to have to deal with, whatever it might be. Accept it and move on. Move on. If it's really traumatizing, then find someone to help you deal with it. But otherwise, just recognize that it is passing. It's temporary. It's really all temporary. The Queen of Wands comes in to say that in the body space especially, we have the authority to continue on our mission, with our passion, and to move into places of glory. Look at that beautiful card. She holds this incredible wand of illumination here. And the lioness, well, we all know about the lioness. She's the one who hunts. She brings the food back. She's the one who is completely running the pride, right? She rules the pride, the lioness. The king, well, it looks that way, but he's just really loud. She has presence about her, and that's what this card is about. So in that beautiful body space, hold the presence. Know that you have the authority, the sovereignty, and the presence that speaks, screams, maybe even success. That you've done it. You've accomplished so much, and that those thoughts that might be causing you some issues, some turbulence, or whatever it might be, they're not going to take you down. Because you hold the grounding that says, I got this. I know. Those are going to move through my head. But in my body, I am solid. I'm solid in where I'm at. Spirit says don't worry about it, because even if you feel like you didn't really, achieve a whole lot or get to where you wanted to be or whatever, just know that that's just getting all the stuff that doesn't work out of the way. It just doesn't get, it gets all the stuff that is not going to work out for you out of the way for you also. So it's perfect. There used to be a comedian many years ago. I watched him years ago. And it was funny because one of the things he actually said was he taught his child that he was not a failure, despite what people would think. His name was Christopher Titus. But anyway, not a failure, despite what people would think. In fact, he was actually very successful at finding all the things that didn't work. When you think about it like that, you can't help but think, yeah, that's exactly what we do, right? We trial and error it all, and we find all the things that don't work until we finally find the things that do. And I think it was Thomas Edison that wrote a book, 10,000 Science Mistakes I Made, or Science Inventions I Made, or whatever it was. But anyway, Science Mistakes I Made, actually. Yeah, we're in the middle of something here, Missy. Now she shows up. Anyway, okay, let's check the brick out, folks. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I see you all. It's so nice to have you here with me on this Psychic Saturday Night Live. Off to a bit of an interesting start there, but it's all good. The energies are all over the map right now. But yeah, let's talk about those because it's important. It is important. So keep an eye on those retrogrades. Pluto and Neptune and Saturn are there for a little while longer. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that we've got another one coming in the next month or so, maybe. Oh, Uranus goes in September. That should be fun too. And while it goes, after it goes, we still have Saturn there until November, and Neptune's there until December. Oh, and Pluto's there till October. So yeah, you know what? It's going to be a fun ride. Buckle up, buttercups. It's going to be good times. It's necessary. These influences are important for our evolution. Just know that. Nothing happens by mistake, coincidence, or accidents. So let's have a little boo at the brick before we pull the medicine card and see what animal speaks to us. All right. Here we go. One more shuffle. And Merlin says now's good. Spread them out. 54 cards. Can't make this stuff up. Beyond limitations. Today I exceed my own expectations. I open my consciousness to the infinite. There are no limitations. There is no end. Everything is unfolding in a continuous now. Therefore, I open my thoughts towards a broader horizon. I look beyond my perception of reality, beyond all barriers created from my own beliefs and fears. I am now open to new possibilities. What an amazing card. And that's the point, right? So you let go of the heartache, you let go of the things that are upsetting you, that are hurting you, that are not feeling good or not making you feel good. And you go beyond those limitations. And sometimes that involves stretching in uncomfortable ways, but very necessary ways. And you can achieve your success. You can become that beautiful, sovereign Queen of Wands who sits, in a place of grounded awareness, in a place of grounded confidence, knowing those new possibilities are going to open up for you, and you're going to step right into them very easily, very casually, very naturally. And of course, this Five of Swords. No longer defeated. New possibilities. Open your perception to new reality, right? So I look beyond my perception of reality, beyond all barriers created by my own beliefs and fears. All right. Love these cards. Okay, so let's have a little look-see at the medicine cards. I haven't actually pulled these out in quite some time. I'm going to pull out the blanks, if I can find them, that is. There they are. Just because, not that we don't have an intuitive impression about that, but anyway, okay. Medicine cards. Let me show you. Let me show you. The medicine cards. If you are not familiar with the medicine cards, Jamie Sams and David Carlson. I actually think I even spoke about these before. Love these cards. She has also written and published a series called the Sacred Path Cards, and it comes with a workbook. Excellent. If you're connected to the Indigenous ways and you really, really love the Aboriginal traditions, definitely get yourself a set of either the medicine cards or the Sacred Path, or both, like I did. Okay, because your totems mean something to you. Your totems mean something to you. Animals mean something to you. You have a certain amount of totems that come to you. Certain totems will come and go from your life, but for the most part, we have a certain group that really represent who we are and what we're all about. And she helps you figure that out. These cards help you figure that out. So we're going to spread them out. I'm going to just ask Spirit for what medicine, whatever medicine it is, we need to know tonight on this live. Okay. I'm going to pull this card right here. It's another blank. Can't make that shit up. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do with that? What is it? Okay, we're going to pull two then. That's fine. So we're going to leave this one. This one I have an impression of. Okay, and I will actually leave it in the comments which card that is, what animal actually came through for me in the moment. So we're going to leave that as a bit of a mystery just for now. And we're going to see what the next card pulls. I thought there was only 3 in there, but I guess there's more. All right, whatever. And this one, if this is another blank card, I'll be darned. Okay. I'll look at top one or bottom one, Spirit? Top one. Dog. Any dog lovers out there tonight? I know I am certainly a dog lover. I love dog energy. Yeah, look at 14. It's just a beautiful card. Okay, let's read what the card says, shall we? Number 14, right here, loyalty. All of the Southwest Plains Indian tribes had dogs. These noble animals would often give warning signals of approaching danger. They helped in the hunt and were a great source of warmth on long winter nights. Since the canine tribe has many breeds, early Indian dogs were usually half wild. This wildness, however, never divested the owners of their dogs' innate loyalty. The dog has been considered the servant of humanity throughout history. Pardon me. If a person carries dog medicine, he or she is usually serving others or humanity in some way. Here you will find the charity worker, the philanthropist, the nurse, the counselor, the minister, the soldier. Dog was the servant soldier that guarded the tribe's lodges from surprise attack. Dog is a medicine that embodies the loving gentleness of best friend and the half-wild protector energy of territorial imperative. Like Anubis, the jackal dog protector of Egypt, dog is a guardian. Throughout history, dog has been the guardian of hell, as well as of ancient secrets, hidden treasures, and babies. While mothers were cooking or in the fields, they watched over them. Dog honors its gifts and is loyal to the trust placed in its care. In examining dog medicine, you might find that you have found personal memories of owning and loving a dog as a pet. Messages that dog is trying to give you that you must delve deeply into your sense of service to others. Canines are genuinely service-oriented animals and are devoted to their owners with a sense of loyalty that supersedes how they are treated. Yeah, they are more loyal to us than we are to them in most cases. If a dog has been yelled at or paddled, it still returns to love the person who was the source of its bad treatment. Yeah, it's true. They do. Doesn't come from stupidity, but rather from a deep and compassionate understanding of human shortcomings. It's as if a tolerant spirit dwells in the heart of every canine that asks only to be of service. You can also see dogs that have had the loyalty beaten out of them. They cower and they cry at the slightest look of disapproval, but this is not their normal nature. Some varieties of dogs have been trained against their natures to be brutal and vicious even. Out of a sense of service, these breeds have adopted the attack-oriented desires of their owners. They carry an altered genetic memory of what service means if they are to be approved of by their masters. Dog medicine asks you to look at how readily your sense of loyalty is countermanded by your need for approval. Think about that. I'm going to read that again. Dog medicine asks you to look at how readily your sense of loyalty is countermanded by your need for approval. If you have pulled the dog card, there are several questions you need to consider, just depending on the situation about which you are asking. So here we go. 4 questions, pardon me. Have I recently forgotten that I owe my allegiance to my personal truth in life? Is it possible that gossip or the opinions of others have jaded my loyalty to a certain friend or group? Number 3, have I denied or ignored someone who is trying to be my loyal friend? And number 4, have I been loyal and true to my goals? Sometimes dog tells you you might be a little more critical than you should be. So in the contrary position, dog may be telling you that you have become critical or mean due to the companion or to the company you're keeping. The reversal of this medicine could also imply that it's time to stop cowering with fear and time to begin to tackle the adversaries of your confidence. There's a little bit more here, but the last line I want to read is this. Reclaim the power of loyalty to self and self-truths. Become like dog, your own best friend. We really, truly are our own best friends, or we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be dependent on others. It's nice to have them in our lives. It's nice to, to be able to count on them when we do need them, and for them to be there when we do count on them to and need them. But we are meant to be self-reliant, and we are meant to be independent, and we are meant to just trust ourselves, and trust the companions, trust the process. So, dog energy. And this one, I'll put in the comments when I put the video, or when I put the cards up, okay? Because this one came as something completely different, believe it or not. And I don't even know. I'm going to have a little boo just to see if it's in here. I know I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you yet. But I'm just seeing if it's actually in here, because I don't think it is. And it's because it's not. But it's been a part of my world lately. And so, yeah. I'll also post a little picture of the definition that I can get from it. So, there we are. 3 of Swords in the mind space. No matter what pain you're dealing with in your mind, no matter what heartbreak you're dealing with in your heart, it is temporary. You'll heal. We'll move forward. You don't ever really get over anyone or anything that's really, really traumatized or past or whatnot, but you can get past it. And that's really all we can do. The Queen of Wands is all about sovereignty and authority and your own passion and, living that passion for yourself and being true, grounded, truly grounded for yourself and true to yourself in the moment and not worrying about anything. Not worrying about anything because you've already accomplished what it is you asked for. You have not defeated. You've just got all that stuff out of the way that didn't work. Now it's time to be open to receive the inspiration for what does work, what will work, and what can work for you. Comment in the comments, dog energy, and beyond limitations. Let's keep that in mind. Let's focus on that. The brick card says, we are completely beyond limitation. Just gotta remember that. Okay. July 19th. Who knew it was going to fly by so quickly? But it's all good. Here we are, enjoying this time. The Ascension stargates are open and they're wide, and the 7/7 energies of this month moving into the Lionsgate energies of next month with the 8/8 portals. Incredible time. Absolutely. So do the work you're called to do. Move through the pain you need to move through. Own the, the beautiful accomplishments of your mission, that you already accomplished the mission. And don't worry about anything that shows you you didn't, because whatever is necessary for you to do it is on its way to you. Trust me when I tell you that. Okay. Interesting night. Wild energies today. Wonderful times. Thank you so much for joining me on this Psychic Saturday Night Live. And I thank you all once more for sharing this time and light with me on this incredible evening. Until next time, enjoy, and I will see you. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in you. And when I'm in that place in me, and you're in that place in you, together we are one. So namaste. Until next time.